Hello, I'm Eve.
And I'm Liz.
And we have Ozzy as guest.
Welcome back.
Hi.
And welcome everyone to Let's Talk About Magnum PI. We have a very interesting episode today for you guys. One that I've been looking forward to for about a year.
Yeah.
That's how long? It's gonna be a favorite for me.
She prepped hard for this one.
I did nothing! Zilch! And you didn't do anything either, did you?
No.
Because we don't have to.
It's an easy one.
It's a no-brainer, literally. Welcome to What We Love About Thomas Magnum.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, so much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start. What do you love about Thomas Magnum?
Well,
that starts off good.
Ozzy's like, I want to go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Can I say everything?
Yes. But also, I need specifics.
I don't know.
Oh, that is the shortest podcast episode ever. Hey guys, what do you love about Thomas Magnum? Everything. Bye.
I mean, truth.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. What do we love about him? Literally everything. What do we not love about him? That's what I want to know now. Since we already established we love everything. What don't we love about him? Let's bitch about him. That's gonna be so hot.
I think if we were Rick and TC, we would say that he doesn't pay his bar bill.
Or is the fuel.
Or his fuel.
That is not much.
And if we were Higgy, we would have said he was a man-child up until recently.
I think she still thinks that.
Yeah.
Because he still is.
So there you go. He doesn't pay his bar tab, and he's a bit of a man-child.
Go on.
He's reckless sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think that applies to literally all of them.
Yeah!
Including Kumu!
Oh, Kumu. Yeah. But he's reckless. Makes Eve fall off her chair.
He does other things too to me. Yes, I almost fell off my chair.
What else?
We're 3 minutes in and already crazy. Yay!
It's gonna be one of those podcasts.
Yes, good. I haven't had one of those in a while.
I think since the end of season 4 probably was the last time.
And then we entered Depression Land? Yeah, we kind of did.
We kind of did.
But now we're in September and we're looking forward to a new season. Yay!
Mm-hmm. And season 4 DVD, which I woke up to the best email ever saying that I officially have a delivery date for it. So I'm very excited. It's coming not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday on the 13th. Yay! Yes! It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
Yeah! Oh yes. New stuff. Has someone ever released what extras we're getting?
I think the writers said just deleted scenes, like so far that they were willing to say was just deleted scenes and bloopers, which is obvious. But they didn't say if there was any...
No list for it. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. As you can see.
We'll see.
Here's a list.
We'll see. I'm excited. to see what the bloopers are. That's always my favorite thing. I always love to see the bloopers.
Yeah. Season 3 bloopers were awesome, weren't they?
They were hilarious.
Really, I was fond of someone falling. A, because I fall a lot. And B, someone is really attuned with trying to catch her.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 times.
I think almost 3 out of 3 times. He always reacts.
He reacts, yeah. I think 2 out of 3 times he actually managed to like get a hand on her.
Yeah, but the third time was just like they're too much La Mariana in between.
He was too far.
Too much La Mariana in between.
Yeah. He's loyal. Thomas Magnum. There you go. Another thing we love about him.
What?
Because we said we're talking about what we love about Thomas Magnum. He's loyal, as in Jay is loyal also.
Yes, that's something that they definitely have in common. Something else that I love about Thomas Magnum that he doesn't have in common with Jay.
Which is?
Thomas Magnum is taller! Thomas Magnum is taller than Jay Hernandez.
Sir.
Platform shoes! No, kidding.
No, just strategic placement.
Yeah.
Height bar. I mean, Juliet is taller than Higgins. Juliet is taller than Higgins? No, Juliet is taller than Perdita. Oh my god. Mayhem! Yay! Woo! I've been in mood for mayhem anyway. Like all week I was like, I feel like a cat. I want to push stuff from stuff. I just wanted to cause mayhem. And I didn't.
I wanted to burn the branch down all week.
Okay.
I know my week went.
Mayhem, she chose violence.
Yep. Yep. Thank God it's a long weekend here, or I would be like losing my shit.
Why is it a long weekend?
Labor Day. Which
What
is
Labor Day, by the way?
basically, it's like the last weekend of summer, and it's basically just a day of rest that they have in Canada and the States to just have an extra day off, kind of to break up the season. So basically, like in Quebec, school starts for a week, and then the kids have a long weekend, and then like the school year really starts. It's basically more for that than anything. It's really weird.
Yeah, it does sound really
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, they start, and like half of them didn't even start till like Tuesday or Wednesday, so they basically had like 3 or 4 days of school, and then they have 3 days of weekend, and then the school. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it's Labor Day, long weekend, not gonna complain.
There's a lot in America that doesn't make sense, let me tell you. There's a lot of America. I think I told you, Azia, what I found out this weekend, and we have actually put it into context with Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
I have been listening to a few podcasts, true crime podcasts. I'm really deep in that. If that is my neighbor bringing back my bug spray, I'm gonna kill him. Not physically, but you know. So basically, what I found out, if you don't want to be in a lineup, you know, to figure out if you committed a crime, just strip. They're not making you stand in a lineup if you just fucking strip. Apparently, they're not making you dress again.
Okay, then.
So basically, I was like, somehow I can see Thomas do that. Like, if for whatever reason he can't be let off the hook, like someone's blackmailing Higgy's life or something, and he has to stay in prison for it, and, you know, he would be exonerated in a lineup, he'd just like, let me strip, you can't put me in the lineup that way, Gordon!
Oh, man.
Which then turned to, Magnum would totally take a shirt off to make Higgy stop renting.
Yeah.
So she paused and is like, what did I just witness?
I could see them kissing to shut the other one up 100% too.
That too. But there is like this consent issue, which I don't see them cross, so taking off the shirt is a little bit less consent issue thingy. So then again, it's Magnum and Higgy, and they're probably shutting each other up with kisses. Doesn't end there.
That's what I was thinking. Definitely what I was thinking.
Yeah. God. Okay, not even 10 minutes in, and we're talking about Magnum stripping.
Yep. I mean, he's already partially stripped how many times on the show?
Not just partially!
Well, he didn't strip. He took his shirt off.
That does constitute stripping off something. Like, per definition, you strip off a shirt. It's stripping.
Yeah, I was thinking more R-rated, but...
Well, he did that in season 4, technically. Depending on the language, either it's rather large or rather hard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. How could you forget about that? That was the White Knight scene.
I know.
White Bell scene.
Which I hope we get more of in season 5, but I'm not counting on it.
We might not have time.
Yeah, that's it. I just don't think we're gonna have time.
Personally, I really hope we don't have time for a Jin.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering how they're gonna handle guest stars.
If they make sense, cool. Like Leah would make perfect sense in season 5, in the beginning, as HPD liaison. Well, Gordon can't be that. She would make perfect sense. Cool with her being there. Jin? Yeah, out of the times that he's been on the show, I can see his purpose in like 3 episodes. It's not very much. And in one of them, he could literally be replaced by any other Ohana member. So, yeah. About that.
Yeah, we'll see now that they have to, because I know, like, I'm assuming, I mean, we know they had ideas for season 5 already before the cancellation. Yeah. I mean, they flat out told us on Twitter, the writers. But I want to see now how, like, I wonder if we're gonna get that thing with the bandage. I wonder if we're gonna if that's gonna happen or not. Now, I'm very curious to know what that was about.
May I point out that it was not just them saying that, but also Jay?
That's true. Jay said
it in an interview that there was plans with Gordon and these plans and those plans, so he was where we were already, where they would be going.
Yeah.
Azia has a problem with the sun?
Yes. Because the window is open and the curtains keep moving around and
How rude.
It's not so sunny here, it's still like overcast.
Checking. Sun. I am very, very... There's been too much of a heat wave. I'm done with the sun. Please go away. Now, if I was in Hawaii, that would be a whole different story.
I was about to say, there's a big difference between our sun and Hawaiian sun.
It really is a big difference in so many ways, because the heat wave here? Fuck, no. Heat over in Hawaii? Yeah, these plants know what they're doing in these cases. Here, it's just, everything's just burning.
Tropical heat.
Okay, let's circle back to loyalty.
Okay.
Do you remember any case where Thomas showed his loyalty more, or where he shouldn't have been loyal?
Hannah.
Where was he loyal?
Well, he kind of was loyal. Like he did it for himself, but then he also was kind of like when they were like, "You think he still loves her?" and they were like, "Hell yeah!" So there was definitely that. Like he it wasn't like the reason that he helped her wasn't just because he wanted answers. Like he still had some loyalty.
Did we just all collectively forget that it was about her father?
I remember. I watched the episode like last week.
Yeah, I've seen it on Twitter, and everybody's like, "Yeah, Hannah," and I don't understand her father. He helped her for that innocent man because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, but the first time she came back, it was because answers.
Yeah, but he also didn't help her. Then.
No. But he wanted answers. I
distinctly remember the
getting shot off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting shot off the armored truck or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that stick shifting with her foot and everything in that scene, or his foot, I can't remember if it's his or hers, when they're shifting the gears. Like, let me tell you, that's impressive.
Yeah. But then again, I've seen interesting stuff with gear shifts.
As somebody who's recently started driving stick again, it's like, okay.
I've never not done. I've always done that.
I learned on a stick, then drove automatic, and now I'm back to driving manual.
Manual. All my life long.
Yeah.
Except for on Hawaii. Or in general in the US.
Yeah, it's less common.
No, it's because you can't get manual rental cars. That's the only reason.
Well, even like most cars that you buy, if you want manual, you have to special order them.
Oh, dumb.
Yeah.
The other way around here, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And I think somebody told me that they're gonna like outlaw manual cars. Like you won't be able to buy a manual car if it's new. Like they're not gonna make them anymore.
What the fuck? Why?
I think it's just because like in North America, it's like a lot less common to drive manual cars. So when you have people
we're just getting rid of them.
Yeah, because when you have people that just get into a manual car and are like, oh fuck, I don't know what I'm doing, then like they cause accidents and all that. Yeah.
So basically you're dumb proving America even more.
Pretty much.
Naked proof, yay!
Listen, I can try both, but I have to say, so far, I still prefer an automatic.
By the way, there is apparently a difference here. So if you learn how to drive on an automatic, you're not allowed to drive a manual.
Mm-hmm.
But if you learn how to drive on a manual, you're allowed to drive both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, here you can learn on whatever and drive whatever, and they don't care. It's up to you to be able to drive the car competently.
It's up to you to not be an idiot. Works very well in America, really. Talk about loyalty, though. I'm trying to keep us on topic, even though we're really more like a box of kitten.
What else is new, though?
Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. Can we talk about his loyalty to Uzo? What the hell?
Very loyal.
He's like loyal to a ghost.
Yes.
Because of the guilt.
That is something that I find really fascinating about Thomas. Azia?
No, I was just agreeing.
I just wanted to let you talk a little bit!
No, it's fine.
The survivor's guilt, the PTSD, the very, very bloody fucking obvious issues that are obvious if you pay attention, but not in your face obvious, oh my god, I have a story about this. It's really the subtle, but very, very obvious thing that I adore about Thomas Magnum. I adore it about mental brain fart. I was about to say, Fernandez. Jay! Hernandez! Not Where did that come from?
Hernandez.
Oh, I remember where it came from. I've been watching Fuller House all morning, and there's a character called Fernando. Fernando. Yay. Sorry. What else? Let's talk about 418. Because that is like a very, very, very obvious highlight for Magnum, where we saw a lot about him. Something that not only I, but a lot of other people that I know, Laura, for example, my friend, adore, is the fact that Magnum didn't have much character development through all of the seasons. He stayed pretty consistent with who he is. Mm-hmm. And it made little sense when everybody else around it developed. And so they just ran with it and made his lack of development his entire story, which is fucking genius.
And Nuzo literally told him. He was like, everyone else moved forward, you didn't. Like,
yes! Genius!
Yeah.
And suddenly it puts Magnum into this completely different perspective where you're just like, okay, he's not okay. He has issues, deeper issues than anybody expected. And we've seen that in season 4 really, really well. We've seen his trust issues with Leah. I could rant about them all day. I could rant about them all day, as you know. We've seen survivor skill. We've seen his PTSD. We've seen his PTSD in season 3 too.
Oh yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. Spectacularly. It's still a scene that I cannot get over.
The waterfall? Or the cliff, whatever it was, with the vet when they're in the forest?
That too. I did mean him waking up from the nightmare where he gets shot.
Oh yeah.
That is a scene that I'm not getting over anytime soon. Because one of the first scenes were really just smack in your face. Oh, there's issues there.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we need to... Come on, gosh about the guy! He's hot! How about that? Oh my god!
I mean, yes, we know that, and even Kumu has mentioned that.
Kumu is a fangirl. Let's be real.
Yes.
Kumu is a fangirl over boys.
I like that when he's cleaning the Ferrari and he takes off the shirt and I think it's Higgy's like, you didn't need to do that, or like, it's not appreciated, yes, whatever she says, and then she goes, I like it. Like, Kumu's just like, yeah. It's like, okay, Kumu.
We see you. We like it.
Kumu.
Thank you. We see you and we appreciate it very much.
And I just like that both times that that Higgy like tells him to take off his shirt, he's like I saw the monitor. Like, what are you talking about? You know, like, and she's like, oh, come on.
He didn't do a Hyapo. She told him to strip, and he was more like, why? Instead of telling her to avert her gaze.
And she's like, just do it.
Just do it. I want to use your shirt as a diaper.
Yeah. Improvised field dressing.
Juliet Higgins, queen of misusing Thomas Magnum shirts. I do think that shirt is permanently retired.
Yeah.
In a diaper, we're not wearing it anymore.
Oh.
Replace it with another Aloha shirt. Thank you.
I hope she gives him more Aloha shirts.
I've been watching a show yesterday. Lucifer. You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? Let's be real. Who hasn't? Especially in the Magnum fandom. Everybody heard of that show. Mainly because Lucifer was saved in like 4 weeks. And we've been fast as shit too with 6 weeks.
Yep.
So basically there was an episode where Lucifer goes through the wardrobe of someone and that person has Hawaiian print shirts.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 7 deadly sins, he called it? Or the 8th deadly sin? I'm like, yeah, it depends on who wears it. Because that guy can't pull it off. Thomas Magnum, a.k.a. Jay Hernandez is Thomas Magnum. Yeah, no, that's not a 7 deadly sin. The only other deadly the deadly sin would be to replace it with like a jumper or something. Then again, you can also pull that off. Is there anything he doesn't look good in? Genuine question. Is there anything he doesn't look good in?
I'm trying to go back and see everything that he's worn.
Ooh. Honestly, I think he'd look good with like a trash bag or something. He'd make it look good.
So that's an outfit we want to see in season 5. See if he can pull off a trash bag.
Oh god, I'm just picturing him in like a Speedo now. For some reason.
I am so sure there are pictures of that must float around the internet. So sure now. If anybody finds some, sure.
Jay Hernandez in a Speedo.
I'm not sure you want to see that. Not sure.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. His Yoko Ono costume was interesting too. No, he was John Lennon.
He was John Lennon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was John Lennon. Even that was a little.
Mistake him for Jin? What the fuck? How did he get out?
No.
I don't know.
His John Lennon costume. Interesting.
And he pulled it off.
The glasses I could have done without.
They're fine. They're okay. There's worse. He could have been Jin. That might be something that he can't pull off. A mullet. Like
I don't think he would ever let his hair get long enough.
wigs. There's something called a wig. He could literally wear a wig and look fucking stupid. I'm sorry. No, please never do this. Never do this. Oh, God. The only way I would forgive them if it's a well-written Jin episode where Jin imagines himself to look like Thomas Magnum. Only way I would forgive them. He would! Asya, don't look at me like that. He told him, in his fantasy about himself, about seducing Juliet, he would look like Thomas Magnum.
Yes.
Except for the fact that he will never look like Thomas Magnum. For the first reason, ethnicity is completely wrong. Second reason, yeah, you probably have to lay off certain foods. And start running Diamond Head twice a week. When does Thomas have time for that, by the way?
I don't know.
And the money. Because Diamond Head costs money.
Unless you're a resident.
Shit, he's a resident, you're right. I forgot about that. He does live on Hawaii. Yeah, okay, still.
Time.
Yeah.
At night?
They're closed at night. There's opening hours. There is opening hours, otherwise we would have been there. We've rocked up to Diamond Head a couple of times. Like, early, not so early, full every single time. And it's like, it was always the car in front of us that got in and we're the first car who didn't. Funny.
Yeah. And they're like, you can try again. It's like, no.
Yeah, because we've got nothing better to do than to just wait around somewhere. Just to go up Diamond Head again. We're trying, and to be turned back. No!
Yeah,
we're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Anything else?
I mean, there has to be more that we love about Thomas Magnum. That's what we get for not preparing. That's what we get for not preparing. What the hell? I love how good he is with kids.
Yeah.
He has like this insane instinct around kids to not only keep them safe, but he knows what level he has to use with them. Because I feel like he talks with different kids differently. So that's something that's really bloody impressive. Because I personally know a person who talks with every kid the same way, and that was interesting. That was painful to watch in some cases, because like, he talked with a very mature 10-year-old the same way as he talked with a 5-year-old, and
doesn't work that way.
You talk to the mature 10-year-old as if it's an adult, because that's how the kid responds. You talk to the 5-year-olds about cars. Yeah. And Thomas seems to have an instinct for that.
Except for the time that it was like, this week on this episode of 2 kids destroy a pricey German sports car. He was like, but they said, hey, mister.
Yeah.
He misjudged those kids.
I don't classify them as kids. That's teens. Teens are complicated. They don't know who they are when they get up in the morning. 8! Not both of them! One maybe!
Oh no, they were kids. According to Iggy, they were kids too.
Yeah, honestly, he probably just wanted to show off.
Yeah.
And fail.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that they were taking the Porsche.
Yeah.
That is now dead.
Yes.
No. It's true.
Kaboom.
I am interested to see what car we're getting. Minivan, please.
Correct.
A complete dad car.
Oh man. Yes.
Rick, I need your car. There's like vomit on the back seat.
The car seat's in there.
Yeah. Do you really want my car? But for once, it might be inconspicuous.
Or even better, Rick goes, guys, I need you to take Joy, and all they have is the Ferrari. Where are we supposed to put the kid?
I mean, we both know where they're supposed to put the kid. In the passenger seat. While one of them gets into the back of the car.
Pretty sure the 488 doesn't have a back seat.
Where did they put Jen?
That was in the California. That was a different car. That was the black one.
Still. Trunk. Putting in the trunk, she's compactable.
We know she fits in trunks. We've seen it.
And there's a lot less issue if she's willing to get into the trunk. She'll be fine. Maybe Magnum won't drive dangerously while he has Ziggy in the trunk. And I'm pretty sure the 488 trunk is actually in the front, so...
Yeah, I think so too.
God, can you imagine? Get in the trunk. I have the baby. Your pocket size, go in the trunk.
The bickering that would ensue would be amazing.
You go in the trunk.
I'm getting in the trunk. You do. Or, it would be more, you are not putting a human in the trunk of Mr. Masters' Ferrari.
You're not a human, you're a major domo. Sorry. Or Major Dodo.
I was about to say Major Dodo. Major Domo. What do you think a Major Domo is, anyways?
There is, and I still can't get over Major Dodo. I'm still picturing Dodosaurus Rex, or the Dodo Rex from Ark Survival Evolved, which is essentially if a dodo had a child with the T-Rex, just a little bit bigger.
I'm thinking like
it's
the Dodo bird.
Special dinosaur that fucks up everything. It's a Dodosaurus. Because apparently we can't have turkeys.
A Dodosaurus, I like that.
Or a Dodo Rex? I don't know. it's a Major Dodo.
Major Domo. I don't know where she says it to.
That's the Major Dodo. We're not talking about tiny blondes.
I know. I can't get over the way that she says it to him. She's like Major Domo. Like
while in her head going like, how dumb are you?
Yeah. And who are you?
What are you?
Yeah. What are you?
Why are you?
Why?
Oh my god. Ay.
Anybody got anything else?
I am so baffled that we don't have more. I'm so baffled.
I mean, we started off by saying everything.
Yeah, cool, fine. I mean, but there has to be more. Ow, fuck. I'm sorry. I just hit my foot on the radiator, which
Ooh, ow.
is something that I wouldn't advise.
Ow, ow, ow.
Mm-hmm. It's not on because it's still warm here.
Mm.
There's something that I don't understand about Magnum.
Mm.
And it circles back to a certain mullet-wearing idiot. Why does he keep Jin around? Is it just loyalty? Or is he, like, fascinated with him like he's like someone's fascinated with, like, a dirty pet?
I think Jin just inserts himself.
Yeah.
Right? Because how many times have they been like, how many times has he been like, oh, you guys said I could come over whenever I want, and they're both like, no. You know, and like, or that he just shows up and he's like, hey guys, I told my niece that I own this place. You know, like, it's always him just kind of showing up.
Yeah, but then again, he gave him the Ferrari.
That's true, he did.
And he had him stay there. It's literally Thomas's fault that he mounted the pool table. It's his fault. He was his guest.
That whole scene.
The discussion around that scene that we've seen on Tiger Valley.
I watched that the other day, and I was like, it cracks me up every time. But...
I know, me too. What cracks me up is the way Purdy talks about it. She's like, "Where was Michael?" You know, like in her voice and stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, they're legally not allowed to subject you to it. It's like, pretty sure there's like the there is an issue with having your coworker completely naked in front of you, and it might be workplace sexual harassment, which we don't want to touch.
I mean, they literally brought up what happened on Parks and Rec too, and then how they got in trouble in Parks and Rec. So
yes,
this is a big no-no.
It is a big no-no. That's why, you know, there was no call, because they don't subject her to it. They don't ask her to consent to it. Imagine they were like, yeah, you can be naked. Let's ask Panda, because in that case, she probably would have to say yes. And then she's like, no, I'm not interested in seeing that. Thank you very much. So they're like, we just prepared for it. Flipping it. Oh my god. That scene alone is so cringeworthy. What other notable scenes? I said other. What notable scenes of Magnum doesn't leave your head? What's a scene that you always kind of have in your head, and why?
When he tells her in 119 that he is a good private investigator at the end, when he does that whole, okay, like, I'll tell you what's on your tray. I love that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, and then when he goes, can I tell you the truth? He goes, I knew you were lying. Like, that whole thing, you know? And I still worried about you and all that. That whole scene.
That is a good one. That I, for example, don't have that in my head much. What the scene that I have in my head much more is when he tells that kid, Mitten's owner, his full price.
Oh.
50 cents, which is everybody knows that's nowhere near his price, but he's just, he knows his clientele and knows how far he can go, and then doesn't.
Yeah.
From the beginning. Same with that Luther thing. I told you to slow walk it! For fuck's sake, I've got integrity!
Yeah.
Another one that will always be in my head. for no other reason than the comedic effect of them. If you say another word, I'm gonna shoot her.
Yeah.
Another word. Bam! I love that.
Or also, you talk about that funny hat? A little hot to be wearing a beanie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, his sass. My god, his sass can be... It can cut deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can.
Which is one of the reasons why I think that not going for Miggy would be the reason... would be a really bad idea. Because the bickering and the sass between them is something that we really love.
Mm.
But if they don't go there, that could turn a little bit mean and a little bit toxic. If one of them actually wanted to go there, they both kind of want to.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, that little peck on the lips is something to go by, that tiny little moment that was like half a second maybe?
You know that, yeah. Oh, God. So soon! So soon for answers.
Oh.
Speaking of answers, I've seen something. Fuck me sideways. Sorry. I dropped something. In case that wasn't clear. I've seen in multiple articles now. It still baffles me to the day. We know that the show isn't coming back until 2023. How do we know that? Like, how do we know that? We all assume that. With good reason. But it's not been announced.
Fair enough.
So, like, what if it comes back on the 24th, 2022 of December? Like,
Christmas present.
Nah.
dude, I take it.
Imagine.
I take it.
I'd take it too.
Comes back with a Christmas episode.
Oh, please.
Or New Year's Eve episode.
Ooh! Come here, special event!
Yes.
I'd like that.
But yeah, essentially that's what I keep seeing around. Like, we know it won't be coming back until 2023. How do we know that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not been announced by one of these credible sources. And it's these... I hate to say it, it's the sources that are regurgitating?
Mm-hmm.
Sideways. That are regurgitating the information from these credible sources that keep saying that. We know that!
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't!
It's like we don't. It's like we don't.
We don't!
We don't know that.
Might think you do, but no public issued statement has been made.
Nope.
What if they're pulling a Carnival Row? I'm scarred. I'm pissed. And I'm scarred. And Ozia doesn't understand my reference, I think. Carnival Row has been finished for over a year. Season 2 has been finished for over a year. It's been said for like over a year. Oh, it will be out in like summer of 2022. That's over. Carnival Row Season 2 is nowhere to be seen, not even an announcement.
Yeah. They've done that with a couple of shows. Like, one of the shows that I was watching, Fantasy Island, they were like, okay, it was like they had a premiere date. They were like, it's premiering May, like, 5th of 2022. And then, like, literally a week before it was supposed to premiere, they're like, oh, actually, we're pushing it to the fall. And then there was, like, no date announced, and now it's, like, getting closer to the fall. And then the star on TikTok was like, oh, actually, we said the fall, but now it's not going to be till January.
So it's not coming out ever.
No.
And it's like, it's 100% finished, like, same thing. Like, it's 100% filmed, they have a trailer for it, they've already shown the trailer, like...
Yeah, that's not coming out.
It's crazy.
Welcome to a shelf show.
Yeah, welcome to Fox.
I know, but the Carnival Row thing, they don't have anything. There's just a lot of pages that are regurgitating information from official pages that are like, this is when it's coming out. How do you know that? You're just assuming that, and people are taking your word for it, but nobody of any credibility has said that.
Yeah.
And it's pissing me off because I want to see season 2 like now.
Do you think when they start filming, like how long do you think after they start filming Magnum are we gonna get more official information? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't put it onto when we start filming. I would keep it aside from that. Because I don't think filming is as much of a factor as you would think. If January is really where we're looking at, there's so many episodes in the bag that it doesn't matter. Because we're usually like 4 or 5 episodes ahead in filming, at most, maybe 6 if we're really lucky.
Well, they were filming episode 8 when we premiered last season.
Yeah, but we're catching up further than they're filming. So, yeah, I don't necessarily, and with January being so far away, it's less of we're less tied to the actual filming news. Because they could just be like, yeah, we don't have a space for you in January. Let's just push you back until 2023 normal season. They could do that if they wanted to.
Hypothetically, yeah.
And then they wouldn't have to announce anything.
For a while, yeah.
So I wouldn't technically tie it to the filming. I would be like more when it will come out when they know what the hell they're doing, or they're scheduling it. And then I think like 3 weeks, 4 weeks first trailer, 3 weeks to 2 weeks massive media attention before it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's a given.
I wouldn't tie it to the filming.
I give it.
I would assume that as soon as they start filming, NBC is gonna feed us some BTS stuff.
They better.
Yeah. We better get Hawaiian blessing pictures and everything too.
I assume, and you guys are threatening NBC. They better.
Yep.
I'm starved for content. I need content.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to go back to the filming thing because I feel like I haven't clarified it. The main reason why I think you can't make it with filming is there could be pushbacks, there could be so much going wrong, and they have like so much time ahead that I don't think filming is so prominent to scheduling. That's what I meant. Because if we're like, oh, we don't have time, we have to film and cram, then we could make it with filming, be like, yeah, they filmed episode 2, they can finally go for something. I think they have enough time to just comfortably lay back. That's what I meant. And I'm still making very little sense. We've got time. That's the essential thing. We've got enough time for filming to not be the big factor.
We'll see.
Hopefully. I'm not trusting this until they're back on Hawaii and starting filming. I'm burned. So much can happen.
Yeah, I don't like because I know that like Zach said he heard middle of September, but same as you, I'm not believing anything until I actually see proof.
Okay, but I believe Zach's information way more than a random internet reporter because Zach actually has a reason to know stuff.
No, I know, but when he was like, I'm hearing, but same thing, like, but same as you were saying before, like there could be delays, like when they were delayed for COVID, there was a bunch of that. There was a bunch of them saying like, well, we've heard it's this, and then it was like, okay, actually it's pushed back to this, actually it's pushed back, so like.
Yeah, but there is a different reason for that. COVID is a different reason for that.
But I'm still saying there could still always be delays. So I believe it, but I'm still like waiting until we have anything official to be like, okay, you know? Like, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I believe it. But I'm not getting my hopes up.
I think it's official enough that they're looking for a stand-in for Higgins for mid-September. So, yeah.
It looks like, yeah. Again, not confirmed, but it's very probable.
Who else could they need a blonde, tiny person for?
How tall is that Whistler person from NCIS Hawaii?
Filming already. Why would they not have a stand-in? Did the stand-in suddenly drop dead?
They could change it up. It happens. Anything's possible. I mean, I do think it's also MPI.
It's MPI.
No, I agree, but again, there's, like you were saying, there's no official confirmation, you know? Like, it's random internet sources saying that it's MPI. Like, yes, there's a reasonable chance that it is MPI,
You and I both know that internet source, that casting agency is legit.
No, but I'm saying the person who said in the comments that it was MPI.
I am checking this, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Because I'm like,
yes, it does describe Purdy to a T, but there's nothing that actually says it's MPI except for that person in the comment.
And the fact that it's the casting company that does MPI.
They cast for most of the shows.
Not for most of the shows. That is a rumor. There is other casting companies on Hawaii. They just happen to cast for both NCIS and Magnum.
And they did Hawaii Five-0 and Doogie Kamealoa and...
two.
Yeah, there was two for
that
Doogie.
Do that.
Yeah, there was two for Doogie.
And
also the Jason Momoa one.
Again, two.
Yeah. But, yeah. So we'll see. But
yes, I'm sticking with it. That one is MPI. There's like no doubt in my mind. Even though they're not saying it. That it's a huge coincidence if it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in coincidences anymore. Thank you, CBS. I'm still not over the poster for Fire Country. That poster. I mean, I wish all the best to that show. Mainly because I love Kevin Alejandro so much. He's like one of the nicest guys. Like Omi J. Hernandez and the MPI cast are nicer than him, I think. But the poster, there's like the reflections have hats on. Have you seen the poster, Liz?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you have them standing there without hats, but the reflection, the water has hats on. And Kevin Alejandro's character is just missing an arm. Fuck. Who approved that picture? I was ready to be like, oh, Kevin looks, where the fuck is his arm? And then why are your reflections wearing hats? What's going on with that picture?
It make no sense.
I was so ready to just celebrate Kevin's picture. I tried.
Until they did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Thomas? Completely came to my brain. How respectful he is of Higgy. And how mindful he is of her issues and how deeply he sees them. Like, I think he sees her issues better than she sees them. Because that guy is just, he doesn't cross the line with her ever. He is perfectly aware of how far he can step with her, and he never oversteps. Even in kissing her, even though she said they shouldn't go there. While thinking she wants to go there.
I mean, she definitely didn't do anything to stop it, so...
She was full-on disappointed when he agreed with her. Like, that was a sad puppy look on her.
Oh, yeah.
They're right, they shouldn't go there. It's risky. It could hurt them, but you want to, so do it. And he did. And again, I think you were the one that pointed it out with him pulling her closer, Asia.
Mm. Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
moment she touches him that he pulls her close. It's like he waits for her to go further,
mm-hmm.
and then takes it as non-verbal permission to go closer, to deepen the kiss. Oh yeah, he's a good guy. His mom raised him right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good job.
And it's not easy. Raising someone alone is not easy. I can see my mom, but she did great.
And
Thomas's mom did great.
Yeah, and just imagine raising a boy.
Yeah.
Alone as a woman. You don't have a male role model. I mean, she did. She had Bernardo, but at the same time, there is this other side. She can teach him all the feminine things, but there is this other side that she can't. That she needs someone for. Raising a child alone is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Single moms are awesome. Any mom is awesome. Raising a child is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Raising a decent child that doesn't kill people is amazing. I say Magnum killed people. But he didn't do it just to kill people. He did it to defend.
Yeah.
And protect people. Which is something that you can't say for every American. My God. The amount of that's something that I recently learned too. There is a surprising amount of psychopaths in the Army, Navy, Marines, and serving members have a surprising amount of psychopaths because they apparently love shooting people.
There's also this idea that the military will fix people and put people into put people in line, so then that's why you get the bad kids or whatever that end up joining the military. And
yeah, but that's usually the bad kids. Psychopaths. There is a surprising amount of psychopaths that actively seek a military career because they themselves seek that structure because their brains need higher stimulation to feel the things that a normal person can feel. They themselves seek that structure for that stimulation, for that routine. It's really fucking fascinating. I need to stop getting into the psychology of psychopaths. It's really disturbing sometimes, but it's also fucking fascinating. Yes. How's your cat, Asia?
She's sleeping. She's actually being really cute right now, and I wish. Wait, I'm gonna try some.
aww.
Hi, Jules.
How cute.
It's a good moment. She's having a good moment.
That scratchy little kitten is named after a scratchy character.
Yes. She is named after our very own Juliet Higgins.
Yay!
We used to have matching pets.
Yeah.
My Tommy and her Jules. You know what I also love about Jay Hernandez? Thomas Magnum. Not Jay Hernandez. I mean him too. But it doesn't say the same thing if I say about Jay Hernandez because he literally has no choice in the matter. I love that our Thomas Magnum, this Thomas Magnum is Latino. Which now you know why it doesn't make sense for Jay, because he didn't have a choice in being that. He was born that way, but they could have cast someone else for Magnum, and I love that they didn't.
Yeah.
Because that is awesome. We got really lucky with this Thomas Magnum, aka with Jay Hernandez.
We did.
And we're lucky that he accepted it.
Yes!
Mm.
Yes! Love that. And I love the fact that he doesn't have a mustache.
I
I love it so much. Mustache.
My God.
Mustache men are creepy.
Yes.
They didn't go. They're not modern anymore. They're really outdated. Don't wear a mustache, man.
Don't do it.
Unless you're like 80. Then you might pull it off as like this grandpa mustache. There's this amazing German cook. I've got a book. He's got a mustache, but his mustache is like really long, and he
Curls it.
yes, he curls it. It's so cute. It looks really good on him too. That's like if you're like, oh, he's also not that old, but it really looks great on him. But like then there's these grandpas that just have this I always wore a mustache energy. So I wore the mustache since it was actually fashionable. And I'm not undoing that now. That's a mustache energy I can accept. Magnum? Our current Magnum? Nope.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't look good anymore.
Nope.
I love the nod to the mustache in season 1.
Yeah.
The 5-second mustache. Cool with that. Thank
And then he was like, nope.
yes. No. Thank you.
He was like, does not look good.
Where was the dog? In the background.
I don't think it's mine.
It's definitely yours.
He's not even in the house.
Azia has a cat! So it has to be yours!
I'm telling you, he's not even in the house.
There's no cat. There's no dogs here.
I mean, I do have dogs, but they didn't bark right now. They're quiet.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh my god, how creepy would it be if it hasn't recorded and I just imagine dogs? Unless you heard them too.
Yeah.
Oh. That would be so weird. Ghost appearance on the podcast 2.0. Hi.
2.0.
Last week. A hedgehog walked over my foot while we recorded the podcast. Mind you, there's no hedgehog here anymore. That was wild.
Yeah.
Spooky season is about to start. Which brings us to, I think, the end of the podcast. Spooky season is about to start. Which means MPI Summer Fan Fest is about to end. Very soon. That also means there's going to be a fall party for all of us. With prompts and parties and ghost stories and all of the cool spooky stuff. Get out your pumpkins. And your witch hats and your costumes and prepare to be scared. Or not. I don't know. I don't know if I can scare you. I'll try. Okay, if the podcast is anything to go by, scaring is not my forte. I do scare easily, though.
Me too.
Still can. I still can sit through the hostel. I hate this movie so much.
I refuse to watch it. I'm never gonna watch it.
I've watched it for one reason. Twice. And I watch a lot of stuff for this man. And for Perdita. But honestly, on a scale from Hostel to As Above So Below, As Above So Below is way better. It has story. Hostel, I still don't get it. I don't get the point of the entire movie. to watch Quarantine again.
I'm never gonna. As much as I love Jay, I'm not putting myself through that.
I hate horror movies so much.
Yeah, so do I.
I'll do it for him. He was so proud of Hostel. In like
Yeah.
these interviews, he was so proud of Hostel. I couldn't not watch it. I hate it though. And then I made the mistake of trying to watch Hostel too. Nope! Big nope! Thank goodness I didn't have to watch much. I was prepared to fling something at the screen. I would have. I wanted to. Still do. Oh, good lord. Okay, with that, I think we have to prepare everyone listening for the inevitable. There will be spoiler sections again. Yay! Can't wait to talk about whatever happens on Hawaii or somewhere. So, in these cases, whenever you get to the warning of the spoiler sections, you have the choice to turn it off or not. It's your decision. We warned you. But there's none today.
Nope.
So, yay. And that was it from us.
Bye!
Bye!